Alright, response video to be serious comment regarding a comment I made to Professor Anton on my own video, where he chose to comment on a 17-minute video, I don't know, 20-minute video, whatever it was. And he posted some stupid comment. Like, first he questioned the idea of him leaving YouTube. And I don't think I said he was leaving, I just kind of said he was bailing out or something. So he titles a video YouTube Update, and then spends a good portion of the video lamenting his inability to engage in conversation that he wants, framed the way he wants. So I don't know what exactly the point is. Why would you label a video YouTube Update? So anyway, so that was stupid comment. Then the second part of his comment was, he questioned the, that science wants to destroy art or something. And yes, in his video, he does this all lamenty crap. He talks forever, 5 minutes worth of it. He put art in the title of the video. It said religion, science, and art were in the title. And yeah, there was this implication that there's something about science that wants to steal the soul of the human being, blah, 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 blah. That was the theme. Now, if there's some other theme, somebody should let me know. I guess I could go check the comment section on his own video and probably find out what other people interpreted his video to be saying. So yeah, I guess, he's incomprehensible. So, and I guess that's my bad. I don't know. I don't know what the standard should be for comprehensibility. So anyway, I thought that was just stupid. And then the third part of his remark was to say something like, because I made some comparison to the ground and dirt and making dirt God or something. I don't know, something like that. So he referenced that, and he ended by quoting my line in there about, that we need to fix the world before we live in the world. And questioning that. Now, I just made the video. I just talked for 17 minutes on the subject, and this retard expects me to respond to his comments? Like what? These open-ended questions? Like, well, what does it mean that we have to fix the world? You don't understand. The video explained what needs to be fixed. There's too much suffering for this artificial ego gratification, for silly satisfactions. We accept Holocaust, we accept world wars, we accept AIDS viruses, we accept lots of blights and lots of infirmants, and lots of tragedy and horror and sadness and suffering. People suffer in the world. They're not happy and comfortable, and that's the price you pay for your little moments of artistic glory, your little dancing pantomime, as he calls it, pantomiming apes. Well, that's the price for your pantomime. And so I'm simply making the argument that well, maybe you got to take some of that price out. That's the fixed part. So either you make it a little more fail-safe, where you're not risking the horror, the creation of people who don't want to live in the world you've left them, and it's that simple. You gotta fix this thing, and if you don't think it needs to be fixed, then yeah, that's another reason to call you a retard. You have to be retarded not to appreciate just how trivial and silly all your gratifications are in the light of what they cost. The slaughterhouse gore that is the price of your whatever, your psychological masturbation, and that's what it is. You're just getting off on your own psychology. You're glorifying your psychology. The crap, the motivating drives and desires, as if it's all some sort of glorious triumph and it's just redundant. Um, and it doesn't. There's no accomplishment, no real accomplishment here. You can put all your cathedrals and your temples and your mausoleums and all your, even the Louvre, and all your arts, all your beauty, all your everything. You can put it in a big frickin' pile, and there's no way you're going to find enough value in it to justify a handful of children with uh, cancer or some other horror. And there's more than a handful in the world right this minute, right this very second. People are suffering hard suffering. And, and you're just, yeah, it's okay, fine. So it's an acceptable game for you. And the reason why it's acceptable is because you have this presumption that somehow there's something in this thing that makes sense, that it's something more than a reproducing molecule and a few billion years of evolution, and it's become eccentric and retarded. I'm sorry. There's nothing intelligent in glorifying life. It's not an intelligent activity. It's the activity, it's the spiritualism and this mysticism, this pretending you don't know the truth, or that somehow the truth is elusive and we can't see it and we can't find it. No, you can find it. You just have to be willing to look at it. The truth is, you live and you die for no good reason, and then you're likely to die in some drawn out, piece at a time way, and it's all just to eat a bag of potato chips. It's nonsense. It's stupid. So anyway, to be serious, I had to make a little scene out of that little comment. I just told him he left these stupid questions, these open-ended bullshit questions on a 17-minute video addressing his crap, and I just said, fuck off, retard. Fuck off, ... retard. And apparently I'm not allowed to do that on my own message board to somebody who, I'm not going to have a text conversation. I'm not going to explain, he's the one that writes books. Let him write the book. I can make a 17-minute video and point out how the book doesn't have a premise, it's built on nothing. His original video, he was talking, in one of the previous ones anyway, part of the retard, why it was so easy for that word to come out of my mouth, because he does have this, he's locked into such silly ideas, retarded ideas, that somehow other cultures would not have advanced, they would not have acquired knowledge and wisdom because they didn't have an alphabet focused language. I mean, it's just, they didn't have enough vowels, so therefore they can't build a telescope. I mean, it's nonsense. I mean, there was lots of cultures that, given 1,000 years, they would have, and maybe if we hadn't destroyed them, they might have even progressed quicker than us, because they might have skipped, World War I and II, and they might have found computers 50 years sooner, or they might have done this 100 years quicker. And so it's just but the fact is that any human organism that has enough language for their culture to grow at all, if it grows at all, the growth will continue, and it will become exponential at some point, where they will gain more and more knowledge and wisdom at an accelerated rate. And but as long as they can do the learning thing. And there are some cultures that are stalled because they don't learn. They don't progress, because every day is full of doing their work, and they don't do much investigating or learning. They don't have much spare time. No one's doing any science. So progress is slow. But any progress, like I said, any culture that's progressed at all in 1,000 years has the likely potential given enough time to develop a richer language and to understand the world they live in, because they're going to realize what it's made out of. And once they start realizing they can understand how it works, that they can, piece by piece, figure out how it works, they're going to want to know. So anyway, yeah, it's enough of a video. Really tired. Eesh. Anyway, so till the next time and such. I don't think there's anything I gotta add. But yeah, I mean, this isn't complicated. Our existence can be explained without all this convoluted spiritual blah 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 mushy Eye of Newt spells and convoluted language. You can explain it in simple terms because we live simple. We live with pain and pleasure. We live with simple words. Simple concepts drive us. Desire, addiction, want, need. You don't need all this theology and with all the other crap that you people got to keep piling on to the subject as if that's going to make it all so much clearer. No, all you do is complicate something that's very simple. We're the product of reproducing chemistry in a cold, completely uncalculated, unintelligent universe. And even our intelligence is just basically acquiring knowledge of just the physics of living. And as we get more and more intelligent, it'll be realized that true knowledge is just a small pool. There's only a small puddle of information you need to know to understand what we are and where we came from. That part's really simple. We've just made it complicated because we've had billions of years of evolution, so we've learned how to be peacocks. We've learned how to make something very simple very complicated. Well, we've been oriented that way because that's what nature does. That's how matter evolves, especially living matter. Go look out in nature. Each little bug has its own, stripes and feet and, architecture. And we just have an architecture that's mostly psychological. And, but it doesn't need more words to explain than you need to explain the foot on a cockroach. Sadly. Anyway, till next time.